If there were a definition that we could offer you about respect, this is not the perfect definition, but it's one that I think we can use going forward. And you have in your workbook on page 1-3, here's kind of a sentence version of it, but here are the common elements of it. It is, first of all, you have to remember it is an active process. It requires work. Respect requires that you expend energy to get to explore new people that you don't know yet and find out what those differences are and find out where you're the same, okay? But it is about non-judgmentally, it's about engaging people with curiosity, not with the need to say good, bad, better, worse. It's being curious and non-judgmental in your engagement. And it's about people from all backgrounds. Whatever made you a part of my community, I'm here. I'd like to explore that with you. And I do so for my own selfish reasons also. In addition to being good for the other person, when I spend the energy to engage people, it actually helps me increase my awareness. And if my awareness expands, so does my effectiveness. I become much more valuable to the company, to my family, to my community, if I spend the energy to engage people and learn about them. And here's the part that may be a little bit different than what we've traditionally been exposed to. I want to handle those engagements in a way that esteems myself. I feel good about myself for the way I've engaged people, and the people that I've engaged, they feel good about themselves too. That's a really important point. I want to handle those engagements in a way that esteems me and esteems you. When I asked you to share at the very beginning a person, the people who influenced you and how you treated other people, how easy was it for you to think of those people? Did you really have to, let me think about that? Or did those people come to mind very quickly? Most of them came to mind very quickly, right? And here's the thing that I'd like you to think about too, and we'll kind of use this as a transition point. 5 years from now, you're not going to remember, you might remember this guy named Paul Meshanko. You might have, he did something about respect. You won't remember the specific details of what I said, just as you don't probably remember the specifics about what your parents did. But what we always will remember is how other people made us feel. We remember emotionally. In fact, we have a whole separate part, a system within the brain called the limbic system. And the limbic system is the part of our brain that emotionally records our experiences. And the stronger the emotion, good or bad, the stronger the memory. So we want to always ask ourselves, the way that people are remembering me, are they remembering me as a positive emotion or a negative emotion? And so to a degree, respect is about our legacy. How people will remember us a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Okay. Questions, comments, please.
When I look at differences and trying to be non-judgmental, I sometimes feel it's easier to accept, like for example in different cultures, like I'm Indian, so I